Okay, so we're going to go over this warm-up. Again, starting today, we're going to use a warm-up sheet. The warm-up sheet looks like this. Okay, so you always want to make sure you put your name right here, the date right here, and also you put the date over here on the left-hand side. The big thing that you're going to need to do is this right here and this right here. The learning objective is 5 points, and the warm-up itself is 15 points. If you do that every day, that's 20 points. 20 points times 5 days is an easy 100. Sorry, let's play that. So again, make sure you have your name, the date, do the objective, and do the warm-up, okay? Now, let's look at what the warm-up is. So you should have written the objective on the second column, which is I can, and then you write, identify and apply the rules of combining like terms. And notice that it says what's due is the goal sheet from Wednesday, student info sheet from Wednesday, practice integer operations from Thursday of last week. But let's look at this warm-up. So what we're going to do is, number one, we're going to look for like terms. Which of these are like terms? Okay, 3x, and then when I circle the 7x, what's in front of the 7x? Positive or negative? Positive 7x. Everybody, make sure you circle the terms that are the same with the sign, and then combine them. I like to make like a V, combine them into one number. So what is 3x plus 7x? 10x. Write that down if you haven't already. And then we have the numbers by themselves. What's the vocab we learned on Friday in our notes? What do you call a number by itself? 10. What? Constant. Very good. So what are the two constants we have here? Negative 5 and a positive 8. So what is negative 5 plus 8? Okay, I heard 3. So this will be easier when I give you calculators to use every day, which will probably be starting tomorrow. But we want to get one last day of trying to do this mentally. So remember, if one is positive and one is negative, you're going to subtract them. 8 minus 5 is 3. And the bigger number is positive, so it's a plus 3. So 10x plus 3 is combined like terms. Now, don't take that and then try to get 13 or 13x. It doesn't combine because that has an x and that does not have an x. Cool? That's it for number 1. What's interesting or different about number 2? Okay, so there's an exponent after the warm-up, maybe. So they all have a's, but they're not all like terms because one has a square, which is an exponent. Okay. Hey. So a and a squared. So can I add all 3 of them, or what am I only? What can I combine here? 3a and 2a. Okay. Only the a's, no squared. Okay, now here's the deal. Usually you see the highest power to the lowest power. So we're going to start with the highest power squared. Since that's the only one, I'm going to bring it down. Don't get tricked here. What do I bring down? The 8a squared. What number is in front of a squared? Okay, so what do y'all think? What do I write first? Okay, negative 6a squared. Okay, the one thing you don't want to forget is that negative sign. It's easy to write just 6a squared because you see the number. So don't forget the sign goes with it. So negative 6a squared goes first. Then we're going to take our a terms and combine like terms. So I have a 3a plus a 2a. What's 3a plus 2a? 5a. So I'm going to put, and 5a is positive, right? So you don't want to just have a floating 5a. What do I put between them? Plus, okay? It's positive, so I put a plus sign. And then what's interesting or different about number 3? Okay, there's more than one 7. There's also more than one variable, x and a y. There's also a lot of terms, but we can still simplify it as much as we can. Okay, so we're going to go alphabetical order. My first terms I'm going to try to combine are x. What should I circle? What are my x's? 7x and what? Minus or negative 5x. Don't forget to circle the sign, positive, negative sign. So let's go ahead and combine these like terms. 7x minus 5x is what? 2x. Very good. And then we have y's. So my positive 2y and my, what's the other one? 9y. Negative 9y. So I have a 2. I got a minus 9. Everyone looking up here? Everybody. Look up. So 2 minus 9 is what? Negative 7. The bigger number's negative. Negative 7y. And then my constants are 7 and 2. 7 plus 2 is, that's a y. Let's try that again. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, so 2x minus 7y plus 9.
Okay, and you can put none of that together. Okay, those are not like terms. They're all different. One's an x, one's a y, one's a constant. So you're done. There's nothing else you can do.
So reminder, we do these every day at the beginning of class. You can see it doesn't take too much time. You have to try it on your own first. It's not going to help you just to copy it down. You want to try. If you fail and you have to fix it, that you'll actually get something out of that. You'll learn. Okay. Just saying. So you're not going to lose this paper. You're going to keep it in somewhere safe. So tomorrow you can do Tuesday, and then all the way to the end of the week, and then on Friday you can turn it in. What is this? We'll get back to him. Okay, so we're going to go in the other paper we got. Looks like this. Okay. Now, I'm not too big into coloring. You know, it's math class. And we would do it if I had all the colors listed here, but we don't. And we also don't have as much time as we'd like. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is just to solve them, simplify these, and put them in the middle column. Don't worry about coloring. Don't worry about the right column. Just simplify these expressions. Now, to record this, which ones did you do earlier?
I did like 1 and 2 and 12 and 13.
Okay, we're gonna do some of these together. Let's do number 1 real quick. There we go. Okay, number 1. What should I do first? What do y'all think? Okay, how many R's do I have?
1.
If it's 1, you're just gonna take that 12R and you're gonna write it over here. 12R, easy. Okay. Okay. Then I have 2 constants, negative 8, minus 12. The question is, what is negative 8 minus 12? When they're both negative, you're going to add them together with a negative sign. We learned that on last Thursday. So it's what, 20?
Negative 20.
Negative or minus 20. So if you only have one type of term, write it. If you have more than one of that term, combine them, okay? So could you do 2 through 6? You're just combining like terms, like the warm-up, okay? I do want to make sure I show you how to do some of these distribution problems, okay? Look at number 7. Have you done something like number 7 before, where you have a number in front of a parentheses?
No, but
okay.
I don't remember who said it, but one of you said that we need to multiply it.
Very good. So this is what we call distribution. Okay? So distribution, when you see a number in front of a parentheses, you're going to distribute into that parentheses.
And you do it every time, and you're gonna be doing it the rest of this year and that. Get used to doing that, 'cause it's not going away.
Number 7, so you see the 7 in front of the parentheses. This is what I like to do, okay? I like to show myself that 7 is going to multiply with 1, and then 7 is going to multiply with negative 3m. It's going to multiply, if I can spell here. Multiply. My finger was on the erase button. Okay. Number in front of the parentheses, multiply into the parentheses. So I'll zoom in a little bit. All right. So y'all tell me, what is 7 times that first term, 1?
7.
Easy. Now, since it's a positive 7 times a 1, it's a positive 7, right? All right. Hold on your thinking caps. Ready? What is 7 times negative 3m?
21, negative 21.
Negative 21.
Okay. So 21 was partially right. Negative 21 was also partially right. Negative 21m is the final form. All right. Now, from number 7, that first term, you want to bring it straight down. That negative 4.
What two like terms can this resolve put together there?
Just real quick. This looks like 1 through 6 now. Now we should be able to combine it. So which ones can we combine? Negative 4 and positive 7. I'd like to start with my variable first. So what term has a variable?
21 or negative.
Negative 21m. And then I would like my constants to be last. I'm going to take the two constants, negative 4 plus 7. What's negative 4 plus 7? What? 3. Okay, because you're subtracting and the bigger number is positive, so plus 3. Okay, how do you feel about that distribution stuff? Can you multiply into a parentheses, bring it down, and then combine like terms? We'll do one more. We'll do a double distribution one. Look at number 12. It's doing it twice, but if you can do it once, you can do it twice. I believe in y'all, right? So let's do it. First parentheses, negative 9 times 6, negative 9 times negative 3. All right, thinking caps on. What's negative 9 times 6m? Okay, 54 is the number part, but we're missing some stuff. So
54m.
Still missing one.
Negative 54m. I said that.
Okay, so negative 54m is correct. So always be careful. If there's one negative, it's going to be a negative, right? So negative 54m. Now here's where it can get kind of tricky. What's a negative 9 times a negative 3? A negative times a negative.
Negative 27. With positive.
Positive 27. This is the situation where a negative times a negative is a positive. That's when it turns positive, when you multiply or divide. Okay, now to the next parentheses. It's a positive 6 times 1 and a positive 6 times 4m. 6 times 1. 6. It's positive, so I'm going to put plus 6. And then 6 times 4m.
24m.
24m. Again, all I'm doing is multiplying the constant and the coefficient. The m stays there. Are we done? I feel so done. I should just write that as my answer, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I got to combine like terms, right? Anytime you're like near the end and you're like, I think I'm all right, you know, you might have some stuff that looks kind of the same that you can combine and make it a little bit more simple, right? So let's do this. Start with our m's. What are my two m's here? So look at this second row that I made. This is what I'm talking about now. What's that first m? Negative 54M. What's the other M? And positive 24M. Okay, negative 54 plus 24. Now, starting tomorrow, I'll give you calculators, and I don't mind if you do little computations. But does anyone know what negative 54 plus 24 is?
84 or 88.
So if one's positive, one's negative, you subtract them. Subtract them.
Oh. 34 or 34.
30, but what's missing?
Negative.
Negative 30M, okay? Okay, because the bigger one's negative, so it's a negative. And my constants are 27 and 6. So what's 27 plus 6?
Oh, wait.
27 plus 6. 33, okay? Now, we've done some of this with you. I believe y'all can do the rest of this, okay? So you want to try 2 through 6, 8 through 11, 13, 14. I'm going to be calling some of y'all to talk about some stuff, and I'm going to make sure you've turned in your goal setting, student info sheet, okay, from last week. So is everyone able to do two to the end, okay? Just make sure you don't have to color anything. I don't have colors for you anyways, okay? All right, let's get started.